All right, I think this is it. I have to test some stuff and make sure I'm actually live right now. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. But I hope you're having a good day. So I just had a technical difficulty. Um, I'm hoping this is working. 1 second. Doop doop, doop doop. I think the audio is working. I think it's working. Oh, I'm sorry. I called you by mistake. I called somebody by I called somebody by mistake. So I just had a technical difficulty. I might actually leave the video up there, but I just recorded like 20 minutes of talking, and there was no audio. There was no audio. Um, that sucks, but I have to do this again, and it's just a lesson learned and a great introduction to my life. Hi, Internet, YouTube, world. How's it going? I'm Jordan, and this is the first episode of Vision Profit, a series where I go into telling the behind the scenes and just giving a background on me and how I went from 19 year old, or when I was 19, my journey from of digital marketing from 19 up to 34, which is 15 years. Yeah, the last 15 years of digital marketing, and how I ended up finding my passion for helping creatives and entrepreneurs. Whew. Sorry about the mix up, the beginning. If I can, I will edit it, but I think I'll leave it unedited for the first month. I'm going to be doing these videos daily, 15, 30-minute videos about just the raw, unfiltered truths, as well as actionable advice that people can take. Uh, I've worked from I've worked with lawyers to um, sandwich shops. Like I've done everything, and I've also got some notes right here, so you're gonna see me checking them. But yeah, let me give you some information. Uh, I've already told you I started my journey at 19, and all, it seemed like a good idea to put all chips on the internet in 2009, and I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did that. Really changed my life for the best. Um, so hold on. I think I think that's working now. Okay. Um, I was born in Delaware but raised in Baltimore my whole life, and I have two older sisters. I don't sound like I'm from Baltimore, but trust and believe I grew up um, in the city, and I've seen I've seen everything, and also I've seen what it takes to get out and to thrive. Um, so yeah, there's that. Um, yeah, two older sisters, and I don't know why my parents were like, "Let's move to Baltimore." I still don't. I'm pretty sure people tried to talk them out of it. I don't. To this day, I'm still like, I would have never did that. But yeah, here we are. So what uh, I originally wanted to do like cooking. I was obsessed with the Food Network, and I was obsessed with the Food Network. And my first job was a line cook because I wanted to be a chef, and so I'm taking special interest in like learning recipes, learning front of house, back of house, learning inventory. I'm in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna own this place one day. Um, and that wasn't the reality for me at the time. I still had a lot of growing up to do. I almost went to culinary school, and my father, now looking back, I know it was vicarious, but at the time I didn't understand it. My father was constantly push me towards, um, constantly push me towards marketing and sales. He always, I mean, anytime I talked about a job or anything, look, man, marketing, sales, because he was the computer programmer, um, computer consultant, PC engineer type guy, and he had worked corporate, and he was like, "Hey, look, I've been in the rooms, I've seen the numbers, son. Get into marketing, get into sales." So I took a interest in it, and I mean, I wanted to make my dad proud. I started getting getting marketing and sales jobs, but ah, I'll get back to that. Um, what I like to do for fun: sci-fi movies, action movies. Um, I used to play video games a lot. I don't play anything like what I used to now. I used to watch anime a lot. I don't anymore. Um, I do like all the old schools, and I will binge watch a rerun, or I will binge watch like my favorite series with no hesitation. But I'm just so out of the loop now with video games and anime. Um, yeah, it's been a while. Um, what else I like to do? Internet humor, PC building, MMA or martial arts, kung fu movies, trading card games. I collect Pokemon, but I play Yu-Gi. I love Yu-Gi-Oh, like hands down. And later in the in these episodes, a later episode, I'll show y'all how I took my love for Yu-Gi-Oh and turned it into a profit. Um, but yeah, these daily videos are going to be just to connect with y'all, and let you know that one, you're not alone, and two, you can learn to do the things you need to do to better your life. Doing them is the hardest part, and that's why it changes your life. And I didn't learn that until way later in life. And it sounds simple, like, well, of course, doing it will, and then you're faced with, okay, now do it, and it's like, oh well, and then the excuses come and all that. All right, so that's what I like to do, and my overarching theme or goal would be to have my own revolutionary restaurant arcade. I've been planning it since 1998, and I look forward to seeing it, to cutting the ribbon. But yeah, super duper restaurant arcade is my like way out there, and you can go on my other social media and you'll see like, yeah, I said that 10 years ago. And also, to another big dream goal that I'm working on is to have a prolific publishing company that does comics and animation. And I actually started it in 2019, and then we 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 made it into a LLC I think last year. Um, but the economy has not been kind, and a couple of our projects are suspended until we can figure out what's going on with these prices because it started getting like outrageous. Um, so I shut things down until I can get a better handle on it. But definitely publishing company and revolutionary restaurant arcade is that's what all of this will be for. Um, so my father did push me vicariously, but I still took a natural interest to learning sales techniques. Um, yeah, start learning sales, marketing, digital marketing, and I was real big on traditional marketing for a long time. Hold on. Anybody in here? Oh, she can hear me. All right. We're cooking, y'all. We're cooking. All right. I'll calm down. Let me calm down for a second. But seriously, this is one of the reasons why I didn't want to do live, like a live recording, because I say stupid things sometimes. But if you do 100 hours of anything, you'll get better at it. And I took that upon myself a couple years ago to do 100 hours of streaming on Instagram. So I'm okay, but I would prefer an edited video. All right, so we've gotten through the beginning. You know, I'm here to help entrepreneurs and creatives and people that are stuck in survival mode to get out and turn your idea into a vision, turn your vision into a profit so that you can thrive. And what I'm stressing to people is that thriving is subjective. You know, somebody can thrive with $60,000. Okay? You do not need hundreds of thousands of dollars. You do not need millions of dollars to thrive and be happy, especially as an artist, especially as a content creator or creative, and most especially as an entrepreneur. There are plenty of entrepreneurs that live below their means but are happy. And a lot of people think they're not going to be happy until they get to a specific dollar amount. And let me tell you, that's never the case because you'll subconsciously build your life around that, and then it'll get to a point where you're at your means even though you're making more money, and then that's a whole nother level of stress. Best way I can sum it up, my business mentor told me somewhere right now there is a billionaire stressing about next month's bills. And it's like, and then on the flip side, there's a billionaire that doesn't have to worry about anything. You know, so money doesn't dictate your happiness. And it's so hard for people to grasp that. I'm giving you, that's a hard truth. The money is not going to make you happy. You have to make yourself happy. Um, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But let's get back on track. Doop doop doop. Arcade and Publishing Company. And sorry for the notes, but yeah. So at that point in my life, when I was a teenager, I had been taking jobs. I started a kitchen, of course, but once I started, like, man, I want to make some real money. The echoes of my father, you know, go to marketing, sales, and I started a job where I was a door to door salesman or fun. I was canvassing door. I was doing door to door, and that 100% set me up for a lot of lessons in marketing and sales. And it's important to go through it, but everybody doesn't go through it. So we would go to these affluent areas, and they had training and everything. And then we would go to these affluent areas. First time I met a butler. first time I ever met her. I had never even thought about meeting a butler, and we walked down this long driveway, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is up with this? Oh, I just cussed. I hope that doesn't mess up my video. But I remember thinking like, yo, what is up with this? That's another reason I don't like live. But we were walking. I'm like, yo, this driveway is crazy. We get there. I'm tired. I'm like sweating. Um, and a butler opens the door, and I'm like, are you a butler? He was like, yes. I was like, wow. But then anyway, we go to the regular houses and knock, knock, knock. Hey, I'm Jordan with whatever, and we're going around the neighborhood organizing and canvassing to help protect the waterways. And then you find out what type of person they are, what they're going through, and they're like, "Oh, I know," and you stop their rejection right there because they don't even know enough to reject. So that's like the first push past their no, and you're like, "Did you know?" And you gotta make the eye contact, put your foot in the door, like you. I'm a teenager learning all this stuff, but did you know? Hit them with the. Did you know that the Chesapeake got rated a D- in environmental safety rating? They're like, no, I didn't. I didn't. No, I didn't know that. Yeah, D-, and that's why one of the reasons we're out here, doop, doop, doop. And then you hit them with the, this is, just so you know, I have a permit, from the state. We're not randomly soliciting. And also, here's a list of our goals. Can you tell me which one you support the most? And they're like halfway behind the door, like, the third one, the third one. And it's like, okay, cool. Then I hit them with, okay, so yeah, that I hit them with a fact about that one, and then I would go to, so we're organizing and canvassing, and we're challenging every household for to $120, and they're like $120, and I'm like, yeah, but let me explain why. That's because we're challenging $10 a month, and we only come around once a year around the same exact time. We come around every year at the same exact time, to challenge to see who's able to rise to the challenge or blah blah blah. And they're like, oh, and then we're also accepting token donations, and they're like, okay, you take a check, here's $10, whatever it was. And just in that like couple minutes of talking, that pitch, I learned so much. I learned how to push past rejection. I learned how to price. It's not magician's choice. I forgot the name of it, but like you start with a high price, but you're gonna close on the low price. I forgot what it was called. That might not even been what it's really called. I'm pulling stuff from a training class, 15 years ago, 16 years ago. But anyway, I learned a whole bunch with that door to door. Helped me get past rejection. It helped me get my sales chops and fundraising chops. And then I tried to do car sales, and that went you got to be a different person for car sales. I could probably sell real estate easier than a car for me personally, because like you almost have to be a savage. You don't have to be a savage, but there are some savages, savages, savages. Some of those dudes, because they'll put a family of four into a car they can't. They'll put a family of four into a car they can't afford and be like, hey, they said they wanted a Maxima. I got them 2025 Maxima. Like, anyway, I learned a lot, and since then I've worked with I've used my sales experience to help me with other clients, to get clients, for jobs, and it's never let me down. It's never let me down. And that's why I'm happy to share some of these things with y'all so that you can take actionable steps to turn your vision, your idea into profit so that you can thrive. That's that's what my gift is. That's part of my purpose in life, to make sure you are able to compete effectively online using digital and traditional um, sales and marketing events sales and see y'all. I see it in my head and then I say it and I mess up, and it's live, so you can't really bounce back from that, baby. You just gotta eat those L's when you're messing up live. You just gotta eat those L's. But so after after the initial marketing job or whatever, I started getting into digital marketing and I started learning. Um, I got a job as a video game journalist with online video game magazine, and I got promoted to director of community management. And then so I'm learning the ins and outs of digital marketing at yeah, 19, early 2000, or it was that summer, really. 2000, no, 2009, I'm sorry. And I'm learning black hat techniques. I'm learning white hat. I'm learning gray hat. I'm, oh, and for the people that don't know, white hat marketing is like wholesome, organic. Like I posted something on my Facebook page and somebody commented and turned into a sale. Black hat is like unethical. Like, okay, I got 5 million. I bought 5 million emails, and I'm gonna send all of them this one email, and then, and then two people bought it, and that's unethical. Then you have the gray hat, which is kind of the 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 gray. Yeah, it's kind of in the middle where you're like, okay, I'm gonna hire somebody overseas for cheaper to comment on posts, to do post marketing, comment marketing, and I got some sales from that. And it's like, it's that's not a good example, but gray hat is like, it's in between, y'all. Um, so yeah, after picking up all the techniques, web design, search engine optimization, paid ads, content writing, I had to learn all this stuff before ChatGPT. Like now, you can just type it into ChatGPT and a 7 out of 10 answer, generic answer, will pop up. And let me tell y'all, it took years of practicing and learning how to, the descriptions, the timing, the language, all that stuff took years to learn. And I'm happy to share this information with you. I'm happy to teach. I'm happy to educate. I'm happy to help. Part of my gift is being able to do that, and I don't take it for granted. And I'm thrilled when I'm able to help my clients, potential clients, make big changes so that they can find happiness and get away from chasing the bag. And then like you just I want to make a skit about somebody chasing the bag and then they get it and they just look dumb. They just look, everybody's laughing at them, and all they have is like a bag. Um, I haven't worked out that skit yet, but I'm gonna get there. I'm getting sidetracked. Oh yeah, so I learned all that stuff: grassroots marketing, goodwill marketing, um, and I'm not talking like just red stuff. I mean like I'm going deep dive, scorched earth journals and everything, practicing. And I decided I was going to be a one. I was going to start an agency, and it was going to be a one-stop shop for artists and creatives and small business owners. that was probably the dumbest decision I made. And look, I quit my corporate job. I quit my corporate job because I was using my skills like web design, paid ads, and whatever. I was working a corporate job and making websites and doing all types of stuff on the back end and making extra money. And then it got to a point I think I had made like $700 in a month or something. And at that time, I had made it in like a week or two. I had made like $700, very casual. The How casual I had made that, like, oh, so and so. It was like through a refer. It was like a referral chain had happened, and I made like I got 3 websites from like one person, and I was like, is this what it's like? I was like, dang, I just almost made $1,000 in no time with like just like 3 phone calls. And I'm like, I can do it. And it convinced me like you can do it. And I could. I did. I quit my job. I quit my corporate job. Never, never quit your job, especially if it pays your bills, especially if you have benefits, especially if there's a 401k or something. You just got to work harder and figure it out. You got to work harder. You got to work harder. Practice practice taking a nap after work, and then working on your passion. It's hard, but taking that nap is key to unwinding, and getting your head clear so that you can focus. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, I wanted to be a one-stop shop. I quit my job, moved back to Baltimore, and I'm helping entrepreneurs. I'm helping brands. I'm helping content creators and artists. Whoever I can find, I'm helping. And I failed. That was one of my biggest failures. I think I'll talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll talk about it tomorrow. But I super failed. It wasn't like oh, you messed up. It was like, no, I failed as a husband, a father, brother, cousin, friend, best friend, um, entrepreneur, leader, provider, protector. Uh, I failed, y'all. I failed big time. Um, yeah, it was crazy. But the experiences and lessons I learned have brought me, have made me realize I get back up. I keep getting back up. Every time I get back up, I get back up like I'm like it's an anime. Like it's an anime and I'm a main character and my eyes are like white out, like I'm unconscious and they're like, he's back up and I'm like, I can't do it, but like my eyes are white. Um I can't stop. I can't stop. Everybody's not built like that. But you can develop that mindset. You can develop any mindset you need and I'm here to help you figure it out. So, yeah, so it wasn't long before I realized I was losing money. I was losing money because of the time that I was spending because I was charging by the hour for certain projects and I was just losing money because I was losing time. And then like I'm driving and I'm trying to do Lyft and make websites and run ads for people. And it was like I was hustling backwards because my prices were priced for people that needed help, um, as opposed to pricing for people that need results. Those are two completely different people. And I was stuck on helping people, and it cost me everything. So, one of the raw truths I can give you today, that you can take from this, video. How can I say this? No, I'll save it for tomorrow. Yeah, I'll save the raw truth for tomorrow. Um, but yeah, so, uh, yeah, losing money, failing was an eye opener for me, and I ultimately ended up back at corporate. But ironically, I ended up back at corporate a month after making the most money I'd ever made in 1 month. I had made I I made a new product for strategies, and I reached out to the international market and made, I think, 6,000 or 5,800 or whatever in less than a month. And I'm rounding up, whatever. Sue me. I tell everybody it was 6,000. Technically, whatever, it wasn't, but I'm rounding up to make myself feel better. Feel free to round up. You know. Um, but after getting that, I realized, like, here I am in Baltimore trying to force people to change how they're whatever, and people around the world are like willing to pay me whatever I ask for, and I was like, it was so depressing. And then I stopped. I was like, I'm going back to corporate. I'm gonna get myself together, take care of myself for my loss, for my failures. And when I do get myself back together, I'm going on YouTube, making daily videos, sharing and helping creatives learn how to thrive from their own dreams, visions, mission. And I'm grateful to make it to right here. A lot of people don't. You know, they're more talented, more deserving people that didn't make it one way or another. Some people pass away. Some people get distracted. Uh, some people. Oh no, my son just dropped something. Yes, Ezra. I accidentally spilled my water bottle. I mean, water. It was just water though, right? Yeah, it's fine. But I went on the PlayStation. No. What? What did it go on? The. The what? It. The black cord. The black cord? Yeah, it's supposed to be. Okay, get a towel. Yep, you know what to do. Just get it. It's water. It should be fine. Thanks for telling me, kid. I don't like finding out. Like, what? What's all this? Oh, it fell, and I like. Oh, that's where you messed up. All right, so, and oh yeah, I've got a 7-year-old son, who he prioritized, or he made a executive decision right there. He was like, I know Dad told me not to interrupt him, but I just dropped this stuff. So he's hilarious. Um, but yeah, after losing the money, I oh no, I just got distracted myself. Uh, don't remember what I was saying exactly, but I'm on the right path. Moving on. My niche is helping creatives, entrepreneurs, and artists. Uh, that's who I am. That's what I've always been able to do, to listen and build like effective strategies based on my experience and real um, data. And it takes that outside force sometimes to look in your snow globe and say, hey, why don't you charge 250 for this? And I can't. No, I don't want to hurt people's feelings. And then I show them like a sheet of like everybody's paying 250, and they're like, what? Where'd you get this? Like, yeah, everybody's paying 250, and then they charge 250, and then their whole life changes. It's that simple. That's a simple way. Other I have some examples I'll be sharing with y'all as the time passes. I don't want to put everything into one video. But yeah, so this series is um, going to be about the real, raw truths of building from scratch. And I'm using myself as an example how I went from 16 years ago on my journey to why I'm here now, and also the stupidity I was inflicting on myself, where I thought I had read somewhere in at 19 that it takes 10 years of working online before you develop like stable income. So in my mind, and this everybody has done this. Every stupid teenager has thought about an age, like expectations at a certain age. So when I was 19, my expectation was like, okay, at 29, I should have a complete um, internet foundation and be stable. So I'm like, all right, all I gotta do is digital marketing. I didn't know they meant it takes 10 years of work. You have to put in 10 years of work. So by the time from 19 to starting my agency, which was several years later, I had probably only put in 4 or 5 months of work. Honestly, I had probably only put in probably a year. I had probably put in a year. Um, yeah, I had probably only put in 1 year of work. So when I quit my job, that's when the work really started, and I was putting in more time. I was putting in more and more and more time, and it's finally started adding up. And then I realized, like, oh, this isn't. I haven't put in 10 years. It's only been the last 3 or 4 years I realized that I'm getting close to 10 years of work, even though it took me 15 years to get close to 10 years of work, y'all. Whew. It's not for the weak. Building from scratch. It's no different than like biscuits. I wrote down, I had an analogy for biscuits. Like, do you make your biscuits from scratch, or do you pop them out the tube? Or do you go to like Bojangles or something? You know? You go to Popeyes, KFC, you get it out the can, you pop it out the can, or do you make your biscuits from scratch? Most people get it from a can or buy it from somewhere. It's simple. It's real simple. The but it takes like a perfection. Like you have to perfect the craft in order to really make delicious scratch homemade biscuits. Um, and it's yeah, building it from scratch is hard, but which one tastes the best? You know, which one tastes the best? We all know. I'm smiling. We all know which one tastes the best. Scratch. And I implore people to build that thing, that idea in your head. It's not a dream. It's not a dream. It's not an idea. I firmly believe 100% that notion in your head of, or you see yourself doing something, or um, the only dangerous ones are where you're thinking, I can do that too. Those ones usually I've seen people that takes people into different tangents. Um, yeah, that could easily take people. I could do that too. I could do that too. And it's like, yeah, but you don't, that's not your purpose in life to do that thing that somebody else is doing. But you never know. You never know. Um, where are we at? Action advice. Um, oh wait, no. I was just saying, scratch biscuits. Which one's better? Doing I just lost track of my mind a little bit. All right, I'm gonna take better notes next time. Um, but yeah, it's not about your dreams. It's not about what's in your head. It's about the actions you take. Um, Oh, now I remember. I remember what I was saying. I went from biscuits. Now I'm back. Um, oh, did I just forget it that quick? No, 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 no! Don't do this to me. Um, oh, this is embarrassing. But not biscuits. Biscuits. What? I went from biscuits to what? Oh, that little thing, that voice in your head. Oh my God. See, I didn't write down the voice part, but that notion in your head of I want to do this and I want to do that, and don't do the I saw what he did, I saw what she did, and I want to do that too. I can do that too. Don't do that. When it's in your head and you know subconsciously this would make me complete, this would make me happy, this is my purpose in life. I've got this. I want to do this. I need to do this. This is happening. I don't care what anybody says. I'm doing it. That in your head, that is, to me, that is your subconsciousness pulling you towards happiness. That's it. It's already figured out. Our brains are so, we're we're incredible. Humans are incredible, y'all. Your brain has already figured out what you would be happy doing. You just have to listen to it. I'll say it again. Your brain has already figured out what will make you happy. You just need to do it. Everybody doesn't think like that, though. There's some people, they have a good idea that would make them happy, and they go and then they clock in at their job. You know, it's it's a choice, and I'm here to implore you, remind you, it's not about your dreams, it's not about your feelings. It's literally about what you do and what you say at the end of the day, because the more you say it, the more you believe it, the more it happens. It's about actions you take, what you do. Are you complaining? Why are you complaining? What's the solution? Are you doing the solution? What's the outcome of the solution? Did you resolve the conflict? Um, and some people don't. Some people have been going through the same conflict for Lord knows how long. But I'm gonna be doing this every day. I'm gonna be getting better and better. I'm gonna leave up the other the first episode just to show y'all how stupid I can be sometimes. And I want to first thank you for seeing this first episode. Um, Thank you for listening, for being there. I'm going to continue giving the real, raw truths of building from scratch. I'm going to continue sharing my journey of digital marketing since I was 19 to 30, the last 15 years of digital marketing, and how I came to be where I'm at now. And I'm just grateful to be able to share this. I'm grateful to be able to help people. So if you are a creative, an entrepreneur, or an artist that feels stuck in survival mode, feels stuck for one reason or another, please know and understand I'm here to help. Make sure to like, follow, comment me, message me on YouTube, do whatever you have to. I'm here for you, and I'm glad I'm here for you. I'm not trying to get um, millions of followers on YouTube and stuff. I'm not entertaining right now. I might entertain y'all later, but right now it's education, motivation, inspiration, the things I love to do and I'm able to do with my 15 years of experience. The people I've helped, I've worked with some celebrities, I've worked with successful people. My clients, I have clients that have went to make six figures. I have clients that have went to make seven figures. I've been on retainers. I've done pretty much everything except YouTube, yeah, except YouTube videos. So I'll be doing um tutorials and stuff, but like every day this year, y'all are gonna see my journey and where it takes me. But yeah, if you're having any problems, feel free to reach out to me. Comments, messages, whatever. Before I leave, here's a question for you. Hold on. Hit the first, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, and please let me know, for the artists, entrepreneurs, creatives, where are you in your journey and what is your biggest obstacle so far? Um, Please let me know in the comments. I'm going to I respond to all comments, and I will definitely make sure to hit you back. And yeah, I gotta get used to streaming live, because I'm like 15 things went wrong. Like 15 things went wrong immediately. Y'all would have laughed if you saw me getting ready for this, and I was like, I got some, I got some notes. I'm good. And somebody's like, I can't hear you. And I'm like, oh no, you can't hear me. So I wasted time. And what time is it now? I don't know. It's 1:13. I was supposed to start at 11:30. But yeah, there you go. You live and you learn. But yeah, I'm here to give you all the raw truths, action advice, and personal stories as we all learn and grow. Love y'all. Thank you for your time, and I will see you next time. Love y'all, and I am out.